Good afternoon, everybody. Clayton Biker Cowboy here at BikerCowboy Garage. Missed last week. Been hectic as always, which is awesome. Love to be busy. Today we got DubC211 and PDX DynaBagger over here doing some wiring on this magical PDX DynaBagger. But before we get into that, got the Buell. Hopefully somebody's coming to look at it tonight, so hopefully it will go to a new home and get ridden and be happy. Got the Sportster Sport torn down again. Got the fork seals in and tried to, not rebuild the front end, just throw fork seals in and new fluid. And don't ever take shortcuts. They leaked right away and it was really soft and no good. So here we are, just rebuilt the front end, everything. I'm waiting to put it back together. I left my fork seal driver over at David's house, so I'm gonna grab it tonight and do that. You can see we got new springs, of course, label everything left and right. These Sportster Sport shocks are completely different than any other Harley shock. I mean, they ran them on some Dynas and stuff. There's just a whole lot more moving pieces to them. You've got dampener rods, all kind of stuff. We just put in Race Tech springs. Here's the springs that came out of it, which weren't bad. They served their purpose, but were left a little to be desired. So hopefully these new springs, they are a stiffer rate. I talked to the guys at Race Tech. They were awesome, super helpful. Just kind of told them, I'm a heavier dude and I do a lot of wheelies and beat on my bike, and he said these springs will make you smile. So we're gonna give them a try and see how they work. I have faith they're gonna work good. Compressing these was a real pain in the ass because I didn't have a spring compressor. So thankfully Chris let me borrow the jack from his truck, and I put them in the vise here, kind of like this, with a couple bolts through it, and put a jack underneath. Only had a near miss once or twice when they came out of there and gave me a big bruise on my shin. But anyways, so got the fork springs on. That's cool. Everything should be good. Rebuilt it all. These are your bottom sliders. The top sliders up here looked good. These bottom sliders are only about a year old. And I don't know if you guys can see it here, but if you look in the middle of it, you can see where there's a dark kind of ring. That's the only spot that's not worn off, and you can actually see the bronze starting to show on the edge of these. We all know I abuse my motorcycle a lot, so that's normal. They serve their purpose, but don't shortcut it. So got a new set of those in there, and probably put these together tomorrow. I need to pick up some more fork fluid and go ahead and get the Sportster Sport back together. I rode it without the Memphis Shades fairing on it for the week while I had it up and running, just because I knew it was coming back apart. And I really missed that fairing. I gotta say, man, it gives you a lot of break from the wind, a place to store some stuff. So anyways, be glad to get it back to normal and get the fairing on it. Got my coveralls over here. I was trying not to get too dirty earlier. Worked on Chubbs some this morning. So Chubbs is back to completely street legal, aired the tires back up. All that stuff. Had to do a little finagling in here. I'm gonna build a little mud guard yet. It goes up under here. It's pretty dark in here. This is the ECM sitting right here, and you can see that's the back tire, so it's gonna throw stuff on the ECM. So we will build a little something for it. So anyways, you will see Chubbs at bike nights soon. Got to build some sort of a pad for that seat pan. It's not nice to ride on. It's amazing. It's like they put padding on seats for a reason. But anyways, so we're gonna come out with some kind of a, I don't really want much. I want something to kind of cover this so I don't gut hook myself if I ever have to stop or run into something. And just kind of a thin pad that comes in here and hopefully wraps up over that. But for now, it's good to ride around on. So that's cool. Last week, I don't think I shot an episode, but we were out here with Big Cat from work, put Fox shocks on the back of his bagger, and they seem to be really nice. I didn't get a chance to ride it, it was raining, but the Fox shocks were really nice. They fit perfectly, they were super easy to adjust, the instructions were nice, the valving suggestions were great, so I was really impressed with those Fox shocks we put on there. And I think actually today he's getting his front end done by another buddy of ours, so he's going to have stiffer springs and rebuild his front end, so that should help a bunch on an 05 Road King. That suspension was pretty soft. So anyways, we'll go out here and check out Kent and Chris.
What's up? What up?
What up? So this is the PDX DynaBagger. I don't think it's been on Biker Cowboy Garage before. It kind of looks like it vomited its headlight out, but that's temporary. So Kent just put this fairing on. He has hard bags for it off a bagger, so it really does look a lot like an FXR when it's all put together. Stereo just went in there. Kind of got the hookup on some of that from our buddy at Crash Inc. And Chris here, our professional installer, putting shit in. If you need something done, get a hold of me, he'll get you done. So Kent's gonna go to Born Free here in about a month, pretty close. So was hoping to have paint done and everything. It's not looking like it, so we'll probably have another episode where we're gonna, hopefully, I got him talked into plasti dipping this thing some heinously bright color for the trip down there, just kind of protect the fairing and look cool. So all you guys out there, if you're going to Born Free, keep an eye out for him. Say hi, say what's up, buy him a beer or 6. He'll need them. That's what runs this thing. It's amazingly enough, it's a hybrid. It runs on gasoline and beer, so if you guys can all keep them fueled, that'd be good. But anyways, been rain off and on. It's nice right now. But that's about it for this week at Biker Cowboy Garage. They're gonna keep working on that. I'm gonna get that fork seal driver, get those forks put back together tomorrow. And thank you to Bryce for helping me work on my wheelies. We're getting better and better as blowing my front end, I guess, shows. So we're gonna keep working on that. Everybody out there, keep learning stuff. Don't be afraid of front forks. That's one thing I'll say. These compressed springs were a massive pain in the ass, but other than that, every set of forks I've been into, they're really relatively simple. So, you know, just take your time, mark everything left and right. Harley service manuals are awesome. If you don't have one, they're worth whatever they are, 150 bucks. Anyways, I hope you all have a great week. Thanks for tuning in to Biker Cowboy Garage, and we'll see you next week.